Trading is like golf. Guys, my name is D. Anthony with EvolutionTraders.com, and in this video, I want to bring up a little bit of an analogy that can maybe spark a little bit of a thought for you to kind of think about it in this way. So as of late, I've always kind of, over the years, I've partaked in playing some golf with some buddies or family. It was never really good, but as of the last 2 or 3 months, I've been picking it up a lot more. I've been going out to the range regularly, going out, 2 times a week to go play, a round of 18. And I wanted to really think about something that I can kind of maybe relate to some of you guys who have ever played golf, or if you haven't, this is probably going to go right over your head. But in golf, I don't think any of us who play recreationally with buddies, go out there and have a good time on a Sunday or, after work, are ever going to be in the PGA Tour, right? We're never going to join Live Golf. We're never going to be playing at a professional level, okay? Sometimes you go out there and you hit the ball and maybe your drive is just on point, but you can't hit a wedge or an iron shot to save your life. Sometimes the drive never hits the fairway, but your putting and chipping game is perfect. Every single time you play, it always seems that something is different. Now you practice, you play more golf, and over time, you get to a point where you start taking it serious, you start working on your swing, you start trying to fix some of the things that are plaguing your golf game. Because again, like I said, we're never going to be out there playing on TV or playing in the tour, but what we still want to be able to do is play at a level to where we're going to be competitive and have fun when you're out there with friends and family. So the thing with golf is some days you're going to be better than others and you're still going to make those mistakes, but you fix them and you try to come back and you try to be more consistent, because at the end of the day, being able to get through a round of 18, whether we shoot over 100 or you're breaking 100, you're breaking 80, you're breaking 70, whether you're out there for the first time, you're not going to have any fun if you're not hitting the grass, you're not hitting the greens, you're not hitting the fairway. If every ball you're losing, you're buying constant, dozen and dozens of balls every time you go out there, it's not going to be that much fun. So when it comes to trading, we're never going to really be a perfect trader. There is no end all be all. We're still going to have those emotions of fear and greed and anxiousness. We're still going to take bad trades. We're still going to have, bad days. We're still going to have days where we break our rules. But just like in golf, we want to be consistent enough to be on the same playing field as everyone else. Now, again, are we ever going to trade for a hedge fund? Are we ever going to be a top trader on Wall Street? No. So when I think about golf, I think about this. I'm never going to be on the tour playing on TV with Tiger Woods or any of these guys. However, I'm okay with that. I just want to have fun, but still be competitive. I want to be on the course with your average, local course guys, your local, buddies, your whoever, and I want to still be able to dominate. Meaning, I don't want to shoot over 100. I don't want to not find my ball. I don't want to be the laughing stock of the group. I want to keep things competitive, and I want to keep the flow and the tempo going. And I want to make sure that every time I'm going out there, I'm working on something, getting a little bit better, having fun, of course, but I want to be getting better because I want to be in the game. So if you think about trading, we're never going to be a top level trader. We're never going to be putting, $50 million under management and, making 1,000 trades a day or 100 trades a day. We're never going to be at that level, but that's okay. We can still make 6 figures. We can still make and provide a beautiful supplemental income. We can still maybe make that transition. Maybe if you're retiring and you're looking for something to, bring in some extra cash flow, you can still maybe replace your 9-to-5 job if you get consistent enough. Now, again, even though you're still going to make those mistakes, you're still going to have those bad trading days, what you need to do is still stay consistent and competitive and disciplined to at least be in the game. Now, if you start doing a bunch of stuff let's say, for example, on the golf course, you start over swinging and trying to hit the ball super hard and balls are flying all over the place. It's the same thing as trading. If you start trying to put on too much size to win back what you lost last week, you start taking too many trades outside of your process, you can really dwindle away and blow an account and be in the same position you are now in 6 months. If you don't want to be in the same position that you are in right now, I really want you to think about this. What are you going to do to get better? Does that mean that you need a coach or a mentor or a trading community or a trading buddy, someone that, maybe trades with you back home? Do you need someone to hold you accountable? Do you need to journal more? Do you need to size down? Do you need to walk away when you lose X amount of dollars and really hang it up? Not just say that you're going to stop trading, but find that one setup that maybe is going to come back. What are you going to do? Because at the end of the day, this is a you versus you business. It's not you versus the charts. It's not you versus the market. It's not you versus market makers. It's not you versus anything. You versus the news, or it's nothing. This is a you versus you game that you want to be able to master, at least stay competitive so you can stay in the same playing field as everyone else. Now, I hope that these analogies are not going over your head, but I like to use analogies and I like to use real life references so maybe it clicks, because a lot of information that I put out or anyone else puts out, or this educator or this book that you read, it tends to go in one ear, stick for a second, and then go out the other ear. What is it really going to take before you make money? What is it really going to take before you make the adjustment? What is it really going to say before you tell yourself that what you are doing is not working and you need to make a change? Going into 2024, do you want to be in the same place that you were in 2023, or do you want to get better? Do you want to, if you guys know anything about golf, do you guys want to shoot over 100 in 2024, or do you want to break 90? Okay. Do you want to be competitive, or are you just showing up to say that you're showing up? Because we all have those buddies. We all have those friends who are just happy to be out of work to go golf, who are happy to be away from the wife, which I think, a lot that relates to a lot of us. But there's a lot of people that are just happy to be out there for the sake of being out there. And there's a lot of traders who are realistically happy telling people, their friends, that they trade, but they're not really trading, if that makes sense. You're happy to show up to the markets and pretend that you're learning. You're happy to show up to the markets and pretend that you're getting better. You're pretending that, you learned some magic strategy. You're pretending that you know something that the rest of the retail traders don't know. Let me give you a little bit of a news flash here. We're all looking at the same charts, whether you have 100 indicators on your chart or you have nothing on your chart whatsoever, and I'm reading order flow and all this crazy stuff and, putting us all together with some magic candlestick pattern. Doesn't matter what you're looking at. We all see the price action on the screen. It's the same information on my screen that it is on your screen. But how are you executing on what you're seeing on the screen? Because obviously, if you're coming to this video or you've been presented this video through the YouTube homepage or wherever, it's obviously because you're having trouble trading. Now, what are you going to do to change, being that we are coming into 2024? Do you still want to continue to blow funded account challenges? Do you want to continue to lose funded accounts? Do you want to continue to deposit more money into your personal brokerage and become a depositor, or do you want to become an extractor? Because for me, I want to put in a certain amount of dollars and I want those dollars to stay there, but I just want to extract money when I need it. I want to extract money. I don't want to continuously be a depositor, because the more times you deposit, the less times you're going to be extracting, if that makes sense. So again, put trading into a real life scenario that you can relate to. For me, I'm relating it to golf. Am I the best golfer? Of course not. Will I ever be the best golfer? Of course not. But I want to be able to show up to the course and at least compete with the people that I am playing with and at least be in the game. I still want to be competitive. I still don't want to get laughed at and be the worst player in the group. Do you want to be the worst trader that you personally know? If you don't know any other traders, then let me tell you, you are the worst trader that you know, because the worst trader you know is yourself. Because unless you're extracting money on a monthly basis and unless you're making good strides, you are the worst trader that you know. You need to get around other people who are going to elevate you. It's the same thing. As I get better at the game of golf, I don't want to continue to play with people who are barely learning golf for the first time, because that's not really going to elevate my game. So I want to play with people who are better than me. Because why? I want to see what they're doing. I want to ask them questions. What are they doing that I'm not seeing? How are they moving in their backswing, and how am I moving in my backswing? It's the same thing with trading. If you're around a bunch of other people or reading about other people that are all failing, what are you going to do? If you're reading about people who are blaming the markets and blaming the choppy environment and blaming, this year's debates or whatever's going on, and debate, going off about interest rates or whatever, you're looking for excuses. You're just looking for excuses, and that's a poor excuse of a trader. There is no excuses. The markets has had its ups and downs since the beginning of the stock market. You're always going to have your ups and you're always going to have your downs, and you're always going to have your periods where the market is not doing absolutely, and excuse my language, shit. So again, how are you going to deal with that? Are you going to sit back and pout and blame everyone else? Or are you going to sit back and learn what you need to do to actually become a better trader? I hope this video resonates with at least one of you out there, because at least one of you out there who is watching this video is going to make the change, because you already currently know what you need to do going into 2024 that's going to make you a better trader. The only thing you need to do right now is make that decision and become a better trader by doing what you know you need to do. I hope that makes sense to you. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.